Hello, everyone, and welcome to Connecting the Dots. We're your hosts, Anthea and Jess, and we're thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with you.
AM Connect 360 has always been about more than just a business. We are a close-knit team passionate about service design, growth, innovation, and making a difference.
That's right, and in this podcast, we're bringing you into our world. Every month, we'll dive into topics that matter to us, from insights and innovations on the services we offer to industry trends and personal growth.
We are not just talking amongst ourselves, we are opening up the conversation to the incredible minds we've met on this journey. Expect inspiring guest speakers and thought-provoking discussions.
AM Connect 360 is all about learning and growing together, and we invite you to join us on this ride.
So whether you're part of our AM Connect 360 family or you're new to the community, we're thrilled to have you here.
Welcome to Connecting the Dots, where ideas flow, learning never stops, and connections are made. So today we wanted to chat about a topic that we've been discussing a lot over the last few years: kindness at work. It's something we believe is so important and often missed, or not enough emphasis has been placed on it in the workplace. Our motto over the last few months has been: 1, have we achieved what we set out to? 2, have we provided value? And most importantly, have we been kind? We then came across a beautiful article written by Andrew Swindon on why kindness at work pays off, who really summarized a lot of what we've been talking about. He says when anxiety is high and morale is low, kindness isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Being kind to your team can help you retain talent, create a positive culture where people want to come to work, which increases employee engagement and enhances productivity. I've been watching how Anth facilitates meetings to try see if there's a pattern in this, and we came up with the following model. It's how we bring kindness into our consulting and coaching. The 5 C's are connect, clarify, coach or consult, consolidate, and confirm.
So starting with our first C, which is the most important, connect. With remote work, social connections don't always occur as organically as they used to. Be intentional about establishing and maintaining them, and find that one point to connect on. When I was a young manager working in corporate, I was really battling to connect with a very senior manager. And my manager gave me this advice. She said, this person really has a love for her dogs. So next time you have a conversation with her, start on that point. So the key is this: as a young manager, I had to figure that out. But more and more, it's really truly understanding and identifying people and what they have in common with you to connect on. So for this, it was the love of our dogs. Showing someone that you genuinely care about what they have to say is an impactful display of kindness.
Thanks, Anth. I think that's so true. And I really love the technique that you also shared with me, because I was struggling a lot as well with connecting, especially in meeting people for the first time. And so your advice on just finding something that you can connect with that person about is invaluable. I also really loved your advice. If it's the first time meeting with them, Google them. Search LinkedIn, see what that one thing that you can find out about that person that you have in common. And then each time you meet with them, asking questions about that shared interest. So, yeah, I think it's such an important point. And connecting with people can really, really change just that initial interaction, as well as all the subsequent interactions. Yeah, so thanks for sharing that. I think the next C we have is clarify.
Absolutely, Jess. So moving on from connection is the key point. Once you've connected, you can continue. So key rule is, if you haven't connected, don't force the connection, keep trying. But it is difficult to coach if you haven't created that connection and that trust environment. So if we look at clarify, clarify is about clarifying where the person is at, acknowledging their feelings, and really listening, assessing, and asking meaningful questions. So you can do this by repeating back what they say to you in your own words, and that is to ensure that you have understood their message or their need, by asking thoughtful follow-up questions. So clarification is very, very important, because often what somebody says and what somebody actually interprets from that is different. So always playing back that is key to making sure that you are communicating and that you're really meeting the need of the individual, allowing them to be heard. So next is to consult or to coach. This is quite an interesting one, having had a journey of really, I'm going to say, a mix between the two. But you've got to take people's emotions into account, especially when they are on a coaching journey. And service design really teaches us about acknowledging someone's feelings at a particular place in their journey. So as a coach, it is extremely important to understand, especially at the beginning, when it's uncharted waters, when somebody's not really understanding or it's new for them. It's really important to understand the level that they may have of anxiety or this really uncomfortable feeling. And it's really saying, well, let's put it out there. Guys, you are going to feel uncomfortable before you feel comfortable. It's okay to acknowledge the feelings. It's very important. And checking in at every stage of that journey where the person is at. So this changes the way we consult, the way we coach, and it really helps you determine whether it's time to consult or time to coach. So coaching is really being a mentor and taking somebody with you on a journey, and it is their journey. It is always about them. Consulting is when there is a need and you need to offer a solution. Okay, that is a trusted solution that you can share your experience on. So very different when you need to swap your mindset and move from coach to consultant. Over to you, Jess.
Beautiful. Thanks, Anth. I think one of the things I really struggled with, especially as a new manager, was coaching. I think a lot of people tend to focus on being nice instead of being kind. And what that really means is niceness is telling people what they want to hear. So this can border on people pleasing, and it can often be disingenuous. While kindness, when you coach, is providing honest feedback, but also being sensitive to other people's experiences and, like you said, the emotions that they're feeling at that point. So being kind means offering feedback for the betterment of that person receiving it and the overall success of the company. So really, you're seeking to build somebody up, not just telling them what they want to hear. And then really going into the next C is to consolidate. So really summarizing what has been said. And this is again helps with a clarification perspective, making sure that you're both on the same page, everybody understands what needs to be done. And then just really going through a list of actions that come out of the meeting or coaching or consulting session that you've just had.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jess. And I think a key point also to consider, speaking around kindness, and that is one of our absolute values, is by listening, it's making the person also feel valued and special. And coaching is about helping people find or discover their self-empowered solutions. So you really are helping them find the solutions. You're not giving the solutions. You're not offering the solutions. Where consulting, you are offering the solution. Coaching, you're self-empowering somebody to come up with that solution. So the consolidation of the conversation is extremely important, and really committing to those actions. So in the consolidation, and you're right, Jess, there can be so many things. And what we really do is we try and break down into different zones and different goals. So when you can see that somebody is overwhelmed, the key thing is to say, what is the one thing you can change? What is the one thing we want to change? And we break it up. So we take all the needs, all the problems that we're working through, and we really break them up. And week by week, you just change one thing until you're comfortable, and then you move on to the next. Because if you're overwhelmed, sometimes then you can become disengaged or paralyzed, and you don't know where to start. So by giving somebody the option of saying, you know what, we actually only have to change one thing or try one thing, it really does empower the person. I've seen it just in my own life when I've tried changing something, and really embracing one thing has helped me so much.
And then jumping just to our final C of confirm, this really summarizes or brings together the entire 5C model.
Absolutely. So it's checking in. So was this valuable? Do you think you can do it? Do you need more support? Reiterating that, you are there. Okay, we're going to take one step together. So what it's doing is you actually are clarifying and confirming the support that you're offering, but you're also checking in. You're checking in that the person is okay, and they are feeling empowered, and they go, I can actually do this. And you are there if they need more support along the way. So that is a key one. It also connects to feelings. You generally can pick up feelings in confirmations, and always checking in along the interim stages and at the bigger milestones is very, very key.
Thanks, Ant. And then really just to sort of close out this podcast, we just, over the last few years, or throughout our entire careers, actually, we've received so much kindness and so many gifts from so many different people. And so this month, we really wanted to spend some time reflecting on and thanking these people for the incredible impact that they've made on our lives. So keep a lookout for our upcoming posts. We're very excited to share our thanks to those incredible human beings that have helped us.
And I think I'm going to just jump in there with a really great quote I came about, Jess, by Amanda Palmer. Collecting the dots, then connecting them, and then sharing the connections with those around you. This is how creative humans work: collecting, connecting, and sharing.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Connecting the Dots. We hope you enjoyed it.
If you found value in today's conversation and would like to connect with us around this topic or any of our services, please pop us a message on our website www.amconnect360.co.za.
Remember, this podcast is all about learning and growing together, so stay tuned for our next episode where we will explore more exciting topics.
Until then, keep thriving, keep connecting, and keep making a positive impact.